For the first time since 2011, there was a tsunami that was headed to Hawaii. What happened, what unfolded, and what did we do last Tuesday? I'll tell you coming up next. Well, for the first time in over a decade, there was a tsunami that was headed to the Hawaiian Islands from an earthquake that had occurred in Russia. Hi, everyone. I'm Dan Palomino from KW Big Island and the Hawaii team. Yeah, last Tuesday was definitely a scary day for a lot of people across the Hawaiian Islands. At first, you hear the report that there is a possible tsunami headed towards Hawaii. We've heard it before over the last decade or so, and it never really materializes to anything, or the advisory changes to a watch, or the watch goes down to advisory, or then it's canceled. But this one was not an advisory. It was not a watch. It was a warning, meaning that it was imminent and that it was coming. And throughout the day, we're trying to get information about really how real this is and how big the wave is potentially going to be. But they issued the warning at 2:45, and by 3 o'clock, my phone was blowing up, and we were, mobilizing our people. Our first concern was our short-term vacation rentals. As you know, I'm one of the owners of Big Island Stays. We have about 45 short-term vacation rentals, and they are all up and down the coast, all in the tsunami zone. So the first thing I did was I got the staff together and we made a plan. And the first plan obviously was to get everyone out of those coastal areas and out of those short-term vacation rentals, contacting them in person, by phone, text, email, whatever we could do to get a hold of them and get them out. We had a plan that everyone had to be out by 6 p.m. with the first wave arriving at about 7:15. We had places that the county had opened up for them to go, various parking lots like the Macy's parking lot, the Walmart parking lot. We had the gymnasium at the high school open and some other shelters and places that people could go. And there was about 300 people that ended up at the gym at the high school, and then people spread out all over the place. People were scrambling to get to the harbor, to get their boats out of the water. There was just like this incredibly long, steady stream of people with boats on trailers, and they were parking them on the side of the road wherever they could get them to higher ground. Out of all of this, I'm happy to say our team at Big Island Stays did an amazing job, right? So congratulations and thanks to them. They worked super hard. They got everybody out well before 6 o'clock. They did a great job communicating with our homeowners, because our homeowners were contacting us. Hey, what's going on? Is this real? What's going to happen to my property? All of that. And we stayed in communication not only with the renters, but the homeowners throughout the day. And then our top people, our leadership, they stayed up well past midnight. I mean, after the advisory was over, they were trying to get people back into their units, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, trying to get people the help they needed. Thankfully, as you know, it didn't turn out to be a damaging event. There was a little flooding in Hilo. There was some flooding in other parts of the island, but thank God there was no 6, 8, 10-foot wave or series of waves that did a tremendous amount, or could have done a tremendous amount of destruction to the island. So we're very grateful, and we thank God for that. There was an interesting theory that popped up this week, which was that the hurricanes that were coming to the south of the islands. We had heard about 2 tropical storms that had turned into hurricanes. They were passing to the south of the Hawaiian Islands. There was some speculation that the hurricanes may have disrupted or blunted the effect of the wave or waves. I don't know how much of that is true. I'm not a meteorologist. I don't study this type of stuff, but it's certainly something to think about. But really, kudos to the state of Hawaii. Everybody with EMS, police, fire, EMS, everybody was all hands on deck, and everybody was engaged and ready, and people were not panicking. They were doing things orderly. They were filling up their cars with gas. They were trying to get water. They were trying to get food. They were taking precautions. I'm really impressed. If anything you take away from this, I'm really impressed with the response of the island, the people on the island, the leadership on the island, and obviously our emergency services people just did a terrific job. And I should give you some comfort if you're coming to the state of Hawaii. So kudos to everyone. As always, if you need help buying, selling, or investing in real estate, contact us here at the Hawaii team. 808-987-3306, 808-987-3306. That's my cell phone. Give me a call. I'll answer the phone. And until we talk again, aloha.